all, obviously it's been a crazy few months. How much does it mean to you to lead Edinburgh in this huge game this weekend?
Yeah, I'm super excited. It means a lot to me, obviously. 10th year, I think, at the club now. Been captain for the last few years, and to do it in such a big game is brilliant. To do it to do it at home at BT Murrayfield makes it even more special. It's obviously sad we're not going to have fans there, but totally understandable. But we're looking forward to trying to put our best game out there and trying to get into our first ever final.
Does that detract from the occasion and the buzz and everything you would have had around it, the fact that you don't have the fans there?
Not really. I think it will. On the day, you're very aware you're running out to an empty stadium, and those games against Glasgow are sort of good preparation for that. I wasn't sure it was going to affect us too much because I always sort of say when you're in the zone that I never really felt a difference whether I was playing for Edinburgh or playing for Scotland in terms of the fans, because I was so focused on my own job. But it's very noticeable when the stadiums are that quiet and you can hear everything that's going on. So I think on game day, we'll be very aware the crowd's not there, but certainly in the build-up, it doesn't change anything. We're just focused on playing our first ever semi-final, which is so exciting for a club and something we've worked hard for all year.
The fact you are at home for the semi-final, obviously on merit, you've had a great season. Does that give you the confidence that you can go on and win this now?
Absolutely, yeah. We're playing on Saturday, to win, and then see if we can and win the whole thing. We've worked so hard, the boys, especially the guys that were in for, I think they had something like a 7, 8, 9 week pre-season before while we were all at the World Cup. Those boys are the ones that have got us in this position to now be playing at the business end of the season. And yeah, we're sitting top of our conference, and we have to take confidence from that we can go in and back ourselves to win this weekend.
Thanks, Stuart.
Thanks.
Thanks, Stuart. Just to Martin at BBC.
Hi, Stuart.
Yeah.
Hiya. Do you read too much into the fact? I think you guys have yet to beat Ulster in the PRO14. I think it's 3 defeats, 1 by a point kind of thing. Do you read too much into that going into the weekend?
Is that true? Did we not beat them last year?
Sorry.
Sorry. Or was that clear? Did we not beat them, Stu?
The last win against them was Duncan Weir's drop goal winner at the Kingspan in 2017.
Yeah, I think certainly the last, it's 3 without.
Last 3 games, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. So, do you read anything into that, or is it this occasion a one-off kind of thing?
No, I don't read anything into that. I've played Ulster before and I've won before. Maybe that shows that I've been at the club a bit longer than some of the others.
Yeah.
No, we don't read anything into that. We read into our current form and our current position in the league table, and that's where we get our confidence from. It's not, these games are kind of one-off games. It doesn't really matter who you're playing. You know it's going to be a really tough match, and but yeah, we're confident and we'll back ourselves.
No worries. And how's it been just in terms of kind of fitness, back playing after such a long break? Is it you found a wee bit of kind of ring rustiness or hit the ground running kind of thing?
Yeah, a bit of both. Certainly my body feels good in terms of ironed out the niggles that I had sort of post Six Nations. Shoulders were pretty sore after just sort of the games throughout that. So having the time off to get the body back fit was great. So in terms of that, I think feeling revived. And then obviously getting the match fitness back takes a few games, but the Glasgow games were good for that. We've also been training really hard as soon as we were allowed to get back into sort of the contact training. And yeah, it comes back fairly quick. I think we're sort of a mixture of being we're maybe not as fit as we would if we'd had a full pre-season, but the fact we had 5 months off, the body's being that fresh, it kind of helps you sort of feel fitter as well. So I feel we're in good shape.
Yeah, and was there maybe even a wee bit of kind of relief when Richard Cockerell agreed his new deal recently? I mean, the club have made great progress in his 3 years in charge, so I guess it's a huge boost ahead of such a big game. And was there maybe a wee sense of relief? He'd kind of been linked with some big jobs elsewhere.
Yeah, we were really pleased to see him sign on. Like you said, he's done so much for the club since he arrived, and just taking us to a level where we can be really competitive in every game we play, and that's our mindset, and that's what he's sort of brought to us, and it's something that I'm sure you expect someone of his calibre and what he's achieved in his career that he would bring. So yeah, we're all really pleased to see him sign on for another couple of years.
Nice one, thanks.
Thanks, Martin. Just Andy Newport at PA.
Hi Stuart, you well, mate?
Hi, good mate.
When you look back in the last year, starting with the World Cup, then obviously pandemic shut down like that, and I mean, how turbulent has this time been for you, and just how nice would it be to sort of finish this off if you could go and lead Edinburgh on about being the club's sort of first piece of silverware?
Yeah, it'd be amazing. It's obviously been a real turbulent year, and just been pretty stop-start, isn't it? So I had the time off obviously after the World Cup, and then I came back. I think we played maybe 5 or 6 games, and then it was sort of into the Six Nations. Played 4 games with weeks off here and there, and then COVID hit. So it's been, I don't really feel I played heaps of rugby. Sort of helped me motivate to train during lockdown actually. So I was actually quite keen to try and do a little bit of extra work, because I did feel quite fresh. I hadn't played that much rugby, and I was determined to try and make sure we came back. I knew we were in a good position in the league currently, and we were all very aware at Edinburgh that if the league did start again, because there was question marks over it at the time, if the league did start, we had to be ready to take our opportunity, because it could come down to, like it came down to that first game against Glasgow. We managed to win that, and then that was our home semi-final place booked. So yeah, turbulent year, but stayed very focused on the fact that we were in a good position. We didn't want to let that opportunity slip, all that hard work that's been done. And yeah, if I could lead the boys out this weekend and to a win, and then onto although we're not looking too far ahead, if we do manage to get through and do go on to a final like that'd be huge for the club as a whole. And it would certainly finish the year on a more positive note, I suppose.
I mean, from a mental point of view, I mean, could you imagine yourself being in as good a place as you are right now, you know, coming back from Japan?
Yeah, I feel in a good place. You know, it feels like a long time ago now, the World Cup. So much has sort of happened between then and on and off the field, and yeah, sort of feel fine. You know, I feel good. I'm excited, and I'm fully focused on Edinburgh, and that's great that we've actually come to this end of the season, and we're not just waiting for next season to start. You know, we're fighting for a huge game this weekend to try and get into our first final. So yeah, no, I know me and all the boys, we feel in a good place.
Obviously, you know Dan McFarland well from his time in Scotland. I mean, do you have to resist the urge to do something different, knowing that he'll know your guys' sort of games inside out, and you know, just go with what's effectively got you to this point so far? Yeah,
I think so. I mean, we obviously know Dan, Roddy's there as well, Johnny Petrie. There's a good ex-Edinburgh contingent there, and yeah, look, I mean, we're just gonna focus on ourselves, and I mean, I can't give too much away on what we're doing, but we're just going to try and put our best rugby out there. They're also going to have a bit of an insight into what we do, from people who, you know, Roddy especially has been inside our camp, but we can't really let that affect us, and we just have to make sure we execute what we're going to do the best that we can. And yeah, I mean, we've not been speaking about that much, to be honest. It's just about getting our game right, and we know if we get our game right, we'll give ourselves a really good chance of winning.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Rambo.
Cheers, Andy.
Thanks, Andy. That's the end of the broadcast section, guys. So we'll just move on to written now, and if Steve Scott can lead us off on that.
Hi, Stuart. Morning.